Hi, my name is Irrelevant, and I'm letting roulette choose what I draw or paint and how I draw or paint it while I rant incessantly without shutting up. And today I want to rant about why I hate horror movies and comedies, but love Lisa Frankenstein, while I paint an Instagram reference with oil paint. My hate for horrors and comedies are kind of for the same reason, and I do feel the need to add the disclaimer that this is talking about like the generic ones. There are definitely good horror movies and good comedies. I just feel like the generic ones, like the first kind of easy movie that you think that is such a clear cut, basic horror movie, basic comedy. I'm talking like what Adam Sandler movies are to comedy and what like The Conjuring is to horror movies, like that type of vibe. So the reason that I hate them is because of the predictability, the lack of creativity that specific generic vibe has to it. That they often have the same type of story, the same punchlines, jump scares, same characters. It's always the same plot, and it just seems very tired and cash grabby to me. And oh my god, I hate how horrors depend on jump scares. That is not horror to me. That is just surprise. It's cheap, it's unoriginal, and it just sucks, honestly. I think real horror is actually thrillers. It's suspense. It's things that make you feel the stress of the situation, the adrenaline of watching the character, wanting them to really make it out alive. And that is why I love Get Out, for example. That to me is the scariest film that will ever exist, and I love it for it. And you know why? Because they don't rely on the paranormal. Generic horror has like three plot lines because they have like three antagonists. They have haunted house, witch, and like a possession or something. And it sucks. Get Out is scary because the people trying to off you are real. And look, that might just be because I'm kind of used to paranormal shit, but I have to agree with my dad when he says there's no reason to fear the dead, the living, or who you have to watch out for. Like, I hate to say it, but the man is right. You know what other horror movie I like, for example? Weapons. It's not bad. And you know why? Because the witch in it, she's just seen like a fucked up woman, like a tangible person. She's not an abstract entity, and that's great because Hollywood sucks at writing abstract entities. But you know what really sucks? The fact that I love the vibes. I love the vibes that horror, occult, paranormal media has, but they suck at making me feel fear. Enter Lisa Frankenstein. I'm quoting Wikipedia here. Lisa Frankenstein is a 2024 American romantic comedy horror film directed by Zelda Williams in her feature length directorial debut and written by Diablo Cody. The plot follows a misunderstood teenage girl, Lisa, who meets and develops a relationship with a reanimated Victorian era corpse. Cody stated that Lisa Frankenstein is set in the same fictional universe as Jennifer's body. Except that, of course, this movie is set in 1989. So, this movie did it all. It has the setting of a horror story, but it's treated like a comedy. But if you ask me, it is, at its core, a romance. So, it has the vibes of a horror without trying to scare you. It knows that's not its purpose, so it doesn't even try. Its purpose is to get you to care for the characters, something generic horror never quite does right. And you do. You care about them. And it does that all while still including the reanimation of Victorian era corpse, multiple murders, cutting off limbs and body parts to stitch onto previously mentioned Victorian corpse, and without trying to shove shitty jump scares down your throat, because that was never its goal. But then, why do I like the comedy aspect? I don't usually like comedies. Well, I think it's because it created a world weird enough for every joke to feel so realistic it's not making me cringe. For example, when you watch an Adam Sandler movie, to me, it feels like I'm watching a group of idiots in the real world. And also, the punchline's always the same. It's fat, gay, sex, fart joke, yay. In Lisa Frankenstein, you see everyone be just a little ridiculous all of the time. Watch this scene.
Hair. Kind of multicolored. No,
Brown.
it's more like, like a Labrador when you see it at the park and the sun just hits it just right, and you can see its chocolatey brown coat, and it has like highlights of like red. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. So, right, brown.
She has hazel eyes, but she wears green contact lenses to enhance them, and she has a manicure, French manicure, square.
She's wearing Elizabeth Taylor White Diamonds perfume. Yeah. She's a bitch.
Do you know what that implies? This scene implies that there is a crying 16-year-old on the phone reporting her mother as missing, and the person on the other line just said to her, "Wow, she sounds like a bitch." And then the teenager says, "Yeah, she is a bitch." It's perfect because nobody is being totally serious. It's camp. The whole movie, the actions, reactions, dialogues, looks, the set design, it's all camp. I love it. Too many movies are being made by pretentious fuckers who swear they're the greatest philosophers of all time, and so they write dumb, cringy scenes and expect you to watch them with a straight face. Lisa Frankenstein is giving you weird, cringy scenes on purpose, so you'll laugh. But it's done so well, you still take the movie seriously. Because you understand what the movie was created to be. You understand it's supposed to be a little ridiculous. And so did everyone working on it. They took their job seriously, but they know that this movie is camp. There's no reason to get pretentious about it. They can just let it be fun and it will speak for itself. It actually feels so funny saying this, considering that Cole Sprouse is the male lead, and I do believe he's pretentious as shit. But I actually think he did a good job here. Possibly because his role is silent, but I mean, look, bro's got those eyes, okay? I mean, the eyes, Chico, they never lie. I think he did well with a role where all of his acting was physical. The yearning looks, the limping corpse, the musician in love, the passionate murder. I just realized if you haven't watched this film, this might sound so ridiculous. But really, I think he needs more silent roles. They suit him. Honestly, I feel no need to even talk about the rest of the cast. I think they all did their jobs perfectly. Catherine Newton killed it with the comedy, the weirdness, the camp, the emotion she had to deliver. I think, sorry, I'm not quite sure if it's Liza or Lisa. It's with a Z, so, but let's say Miss Soberano was funny as fuck and played her trauma moment exactly how she was supposed to. Carla Gugino was an evil stepmother, so insufferable you genuinely felt happy when she got killed. And also they chopped off her ear. Anyways, 10 out of 10, the girlies killed it. I think they did great. So, we covered the horror, the comedy. The only thing left would be the romance. Now, not to overshare or anything, but fuck, I love a man who can show his love through actions. The Creature, yeah, Cole Sprouse's character didn't get a name, by the way. He's called the Creature in the credits, and I kind of love that. He is a man, or monster, who yearns, who loves, and does it all so well with no words. Evil stepmom is a bitch, she dead. Creep grabbed your boob, dead. Dude you like and wanted to sleep with before dying is doing your stepsister. Cut off his dick, and then he dead. Jane Austen said, he'll fix himself. Emily Bronte said, go make each other worse. Mary Shelley said, I'll make him. Lisa and the Creature are in the fucking middle of that Venn diagram. He had the initiative to kill so he could be with her. They were partners in murder, and they brought each other back to life. The holy fucking trinity, the master of all elements, the romance to end all romance. Why doesn't anyone understand that this is the best goth romance to have ever goth romanced? Absolute cinema. I watched the movie when it came out on streaming. I did not watch any promo stuff, no interviews. I did not know what it was about or who was in it. I just watched it out of pure curiosity. And now, 1 year later, I still don't see people talking about it. Honestly, maybe Diablo Cody just has a talent for making movies that are destined to be appreciated like way after the release. But I truly think this film has everything to become a cult classic. With me as a cult leader, of course. But I really hope it happens. Like, I think the movie deserves way more hype. And as nice as it is to feel that this is like a niche little film that only you and a few people know about, I do think it deserves to be recognized as the amazing film that it is. So, if you watched it and you love it, say. And if you haven't watched it, please do it. I'm so sorry. Like, I know that Halloween season is kind of over, but you can still be spooky. You can still watch it. And I think you should. It's like really good. Anyways, that's all. Thank you. Bye. Oh, wait, actually, one last thing. When I was saying that I hated horror movies, I mentioned some that I do like. I would like to add also like Sinners. First of all, anything Jordan Peele does, that's safe. That's safe. I'm talking about generic horror once again. I'm talking shit like The Conjuring, The Nun, that type of stuff, okay? Like Get Out, Sinners, freaking Weapons, like that type of stuff, that's safe for me. But yeah, anyways. Bye. Thank you so much. I'll probably post eventually. I didn't post for like a while, but in my defense, I had like some stuff, some like medical stuff and everything. So, but that's okay. Thank you. Bye.